So Baz, tell us a little bit about the first aid course.
So the first aid...
Let's start.
Right.
So Baz, tell us a little bit about the first aid course.
So the first aid course you're going to do on the Progression BASI course is a requirement to progress on to BASI 2. Once you've done your BASI 1...
Right, let's start again. Because let's not mention progression gap, because the ski force might use this.
Right, okay. Cool.
So just say on the gap course.
Okay.
If you're doing the full gap course, which includes BASI 2, the first aid course is a requirement to, or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Baz, tell us a bit about the first aid course.
So if you're doing your full gap course, the first aid course is an essential part of that. For you to progress on from BASI 1 to BASI 2, you have to have a first aid qualification. The course itself is a 12-hour course over 2 days, and we cover a variety of subjects that we have to cover stipulated, but we try and make them as ski specific as possible. So we'll get you out onto the hill, onto the snow, we'll talk a bit more in depth about hypothermia and altitude, and talk to you a bit more about the injuries and first aid things you would find in a ski situation.
Or hopefully not find.
Or hopefully not find, yeah. Ideally, we don't want you to have to use any of it, but you might have to.
And the injury prevention lecture that you do at the start of the course, what's that about?
So that's basically going to talk to you again about the really most common injuries you'll find when skiing, both possibly or hopefully not to yourself or to other people. Again, we'll cover ways of how you can prevent that, things you can do yourself to help prevent being injured, and you can maybe advise your clients at a later date what they can do as well. Just some very simple techniques that you can use.
Okay, so let's do that second one. I threw it in, sorry, but let's do that one again.
Yeah.
So the injury awareness is more about them and how to stop them from getting injured themselves. So not about BASI, for example, but more just about from having been here for 6 years, we know exactly what the most common injuries are and where they happen. So we can advise you on how to look after yourself and make sure that you don't get injured over the course or something like that. Okay, Baz, so tell us a little bit about the injury awareness. So Baz, tell us a little bit about the injury prevention lecture that you do at the start of the course.
Okay, so the injury prevention lecture is all about, as it says, to prevent injury. Having been here for 5 years, we're well aware of the most common injuries that happen in skiing. Unfortunately can happen, so what we do is give you a few tips on how you can prevent yourself getting injured and get the most out of your season.
Because you definitely don't want to... yeah.
Because I don't want to tell them they're going to get injured. Because that'll just put them off.
So how about...